Before the world gets a chance to set the tone for your day, you should already have. That's the whole point of a morning routine. Not to be productive for productivity's sake, not to check boxes, optimize your output, or become some kind of high-performance machine, but to decide, before the noise starts, before the phone blows up, before the demands of the day come rushing in, who you are and how you're going to show up. I've been an Army medic, worked night shifts in the ER. I've had schedules that made routine almost impossible. And through all of it, I've learned that the people who win the morning almost always win the day. Today, I'm sharing the exact morning routine that keeps me grounded, focused, and faithful, and how you can build one that actually works for your real life. Not a perfect life, your real one. My name is Brian. This is The Grounded Life. Let's get into it. Before I tell you what I do every morning, I want to tell you why it matters. Because if you don't understand the why, the routine becomes just another thing on your list that you eventually stop doing. Here's the science and the truth behind morning routines. And I'll give you both because I'm a nurse and I care about evidence as much as I care about inspiration. Your brain in the first hour of the day is a highly suggestible state. The cortisol spike that naturally wakes you up primes your brain for focus and decision making. What you feed that brain in the first hour sets the neurological and emotional tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, start scrolling social media, checking news, reading emails, you're handing the first and most powerful hour of your day to other people's agendas. And you're letting the world write the first sentence for your day before you've had a chance to pick up the pen. In a morning routine, that's how you take the pen back. It eliminates decision-making fatigue before the day starts. It creates an identity anchor. I am someone who does this every morning. That builds self-trust over time. It sets your spiritual and emotional baseline before anything gets a chance to disrupt it. Proverbs 8:17 says, "Those who seek me diligently will find me." Mornings is when I seek. It's when everything is quiet enough to actually hear. The first thing I do every morning, before I get out of bed, before I check anything, before I do anything, is read the verse of the day and thank God for waking me up. That might sound simple. It is simple. But simple doesn't mean small. Every morning I'm still breathing is a morning I wasn't guaranteed. I've worked in the emergency rooms. I've seen the people who went to sleep and didn't wake up. I've cared for patients who had plans for their morning and never got to them. Gratitude for another day is not a cliche for me. It's clinical reality. After that, I listen to Father Mike Schmidt's Bible in a Year podcast. If you haven't heard of it, Father Mike walks you through the entire Bible in 365 episodes, about 20 minutes each, with reflection and context that makes Scripture actually come alive. This does something important for me. It means that every single day, before anything else happens, I have spent time in the Word. Not because I'm trying to be religious, because I believe that how you orient your mind in the morning determines how you interpret everything that happens the rest of the day. If I start my day anchored in truth and the unchanging reality of who God is and what He says about me, then when the hard things come, and they always come, I have something solid to stand on. That's what faith first means. Not that you spend hours in prayer before you're allowed to start your day, just that before you let anything else in, you let God in first. Once I'm out of bed, the next thing I do is take care of my body before I ask anything of it. I brush my teeth, drink a glass of water, take my vitamins, creatine with electrolyte water, every single morning without exception. Let me explain why this matters from a clinical perspective. Your body just wants 7 to 8 hours without water. Your body is mildly dehydrated every single morning. Your brain is 60 to 70% water. When you are dehydrated, even mildly, your cognitive function, your mood, and your energy all take a hit before the day is even started. Drinking water first thing is not a wellness trend. Basic physiology. Hydrate your brain before you ask it to perform. The creatine and electrolytes serve a similar purpose. Creatine supports cognitive function as much as it supports physical performance. That's well documented in the research. Electrolytes help with hydration efficiency. This isn't complicated. It's just taking the equipment seriously before the workday begins. As a nurse, I've seen what chronic dehydration and poor nutrition do to the body over time. I'm not waiting for that. I'm choosing prevention every single morning. Then I walk. Every morning before the sun gets high and the heat sets in, I walk 1.5 to 2.5 miles. Just me, the quiet, and whatever I'm thinking about or praying through. This is one of my favorite parts of the day. And I want to tell you why walking specifically has been so powerful for me, because I think people underestimate it. Walking is one of the most researched forms of exercise on the planet. It reduces cortisol, it improves mood through endorphin release, enhances creative thinking. There's actual research showing that walking increases creative output by up to 80% compared to sitting. And it's low impact enough that it doesn't deplete you before the day starts. But beyond the science, there's something about walking in the morning quiet that centers me spiritually in a way that's hard to explain. It's movement and stillness at the same time. My body is active, but my mind has space. And in that space, things get clear. I solve problems on my morning walks. I pray on my morning walks. I process whatever is heavy, and I set my intention for the day. And then the evening, when the sun is setting, I do it again. Another 2 to 3.5 miles, the bookend walk. One to start the day, one to close it. That rhythm has become one of the most grounding things in my life. The gym is also part of my daily life. At least 5 to 6 days a week, at least an hour each session. Sometimes in the morning when my workout partner can't make it. Sometimes in the afternoon when we train together. I'm not going to tell you that you need to spend an hour in the gym every day. That's my standard. It works for me because I've built it over time and it aligns with my values and physical health. What I will tell you is this: some form of intentional physical movement every single day is non-negotiable if you want to show up fully in every other area of your life. The research on exercise and mental health, cognitive function, emotional regulation, and longevity is overwhelming and unanimous. You don't have to be in the gym at 5 in the morning. You have to move your body intentionally every day. Find the form that works for you and protect it like the appointment it is. Let me tell you what a consistent morning routine has actually produced in my life. Because I think people start routines looking for immediate results and quit when they don't feel different after a week. Results are not immediate. They are compounding. After weeks of starting the day in the Word, the truth starts to crowd out the lies. The gratitude practice shifts how you interpret circumstances. The walk clears mental space that used to be cluttered with anxiety. The physical discipline bleeds into mental discipline. And here's the biggest thing. Consistency in the morning builds self-trust. Every morning you follow through on your routine, you are proving to yourself that you are someone who does what they say they are going to do. That evidence accumulates, and over time it becomes the foundation of a confidence that no one can take from you because you built it yourself. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Morning routines are perseverance made practical. They are the daily decision to become the person you are trying to be, one morning at a time. I don't want you to copy my routine. I want you to build yours. And here's how. Step 1, anchor it in faith. Whatever that looks like for you, a verse, a prayer, 5 minutes of quiet gratitude. Put it first. Before the phone, before the news, before anything else, faith first. Step 2, hydrate your brain before you use it. Water and something to eat are your preferred morning supplements. Take care of the equipment before the workday starts. Step 3, move your body before the world asks anything of you. A walk, a workout, 10 minutes of stretching, something to get your body engaged and your endorphins moving before the day's demands arrive. Step 4, protect it like a non-negotiable. Your morning routine is not something you do when it's convenient. It's something you do because it's who you are. Protect it, guard that first hour like it matters, because it does. Start with just 2 of these a week. Not all 4, just 2. Build from there. Consistency on 2 things beats perfection on 4 things that you quit after 3 days. I'm not a morning person by nature. I'm not someone who bounces out of bed full of energy and enthusiasm. Some mornings that walk feels like the last thing I want to do. Some mornings the alarm goes off, everything in me wants to stay horizontal, but I do it anyways. Because I've seen what mornings produce. Difference is real enough that I'm not willing to give it up. Win the morning, win the day. It really is that simple. Not easy, but simple. If this video gave you something to work with, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Tell me one thing you're going to do to add your morning routine starting tomorrow. I want to hear it. I want to hold you to it. Coming up next on The Grounded Life, we're going to talk about why most people never change and the specific things that keep them stuck year after year. You don't want to miss that one. Thank you for being here. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.